Hiya Tom, great to meet you yesterday. Super golf swing, you obviously worked hard at it in the past. Just a little bit of a reflection on what we did during your session. One of the issues I had initially was that you were hanging on to your angles too much during your downswing, and that your ball gets forward and your hands get back. So the change we made initially was to move the ball back in your stance a little bit and move the handle of the club forward, like you've got it in that position. Much more orthodox setup position, ball not quite as far forward. From down the line, what we tend to see is the body straightening as you're coming into impact. You can see the spine angle straightening, and then there's quite a lot of flip and rotation of your hands through the hitting area. And the shot pattern you're going to get with that when you get an early extension like you're getting is a block to the right or hanging it out right, or a shot that starts on line and overdraws, so draws left of your intended target. And as we said yesterday, ideally the situation we want going into the remainder of this season, and certainly going into 2011, is if there was your target, we would want your golf balls to consistently start 10-15 feet right of that target, and then either stay in that position or drift back to your target without ever crossing left of your target. That's basically how you see your golf shots, and that's how your good players want to hit the golf shots. So we've got to try and get your club coming a little bit more passively through impact, with a club face that isn't flipping through quite as much. Now then, if we have a little look at what Grant White does here on the left, and this is what we talked about for the bulk of your lesson, his right arm is straight-ish, if you will, comfortably extended at address. And let's say, for instance, as we used in the lesson, that distance was 20 inches. During his backswing, the distance between his right hand and his right shoulder is going to shorten as his right arm folds. So as he goes back, that distance reduces from 20 to 19 to 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. You can see now that the distance between his right hand and his right shoulder has shortened. Now what he's going to do during his downswing is he's going to gradually lengthen that again. So from 13, it's going to go 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that when he gets back to his delivery position, if we just play him on a frame from there, you can see now that the right arm and the right shoulder, or the right hand and the right shoulder, are the same distance away from each other that they were at address. That in turn has given him a much more level shoulder angle than what we're going to see with you shortly, and quite an erect spine angle. From there, he's in a position to continue to move his hips forward as he releases the club, and you can see there that there's not a hint of flip as he goes through the hitting area. Much quieter move through the hitting area. From that position, as he slides his hips forward further for longer during the downswing, that gives him the spine tilt that you get with good players at impact. What we're going to see with yourself is a slightly different move. We're going to see from the top of your backswing as you start down, we're going to hang on to those angles for too long. So as that angle, that distance between your right hand and your right shoulder has shortened in your backswing, you're going to hold on to it for too long. So at 13 inches, it then reduces a bit of down lag. 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13. We're still not lengthening that distance enough between the right shoulder and the right hand. Now then, the back now will start to angle back. You can see here that the body is leaning back. The body's only going to lean back so much before the right shoulder stops and the club head is thrown at the golf ball. When the right shoulder stops, the left leg braces and the club passes the hands, and you can see there's a much more of a flip as you come through the hitting area, and that's brought about through hanging on to this angle for too long. You hold on to it, you hold on to it, you hold on to it, the body's angling back. You can see there that the left shoulder's climbing. You've got a completely different body position here, spine tilted back, shoulders angled down, than what we see with this guy here on the left at the same position. As we bring him through, he's got much more level shoulders, much more upright spine position than we're seeing with yourself, because he's lengthened that right arm a little bit earlier and a little bit more gradually during his downswing. And as we said, as the body hangs back, the right shoulder's the first thing to stop, Consequently, the rate of closure on your club face is increased, and you can see there a much more sort of violent flip at the golf ball as you come to impact. The problem you get when you get in that position here, we just enlarge that so that's the main screen. When we're in that position coming into the golf ball, the problem you've now got when you're out on the golf course is that this can go one of two ways. You're stuck and you keep the hands out of it, you're going to hit the big right. You stop and throw the hands at it to prevent the big right, you're going to hit the overdraw. So what we need to do is get you in a position much more like we're seeing here with your rehearsal. I'm going to leave your original body angles up that you get in during your golf swing. When you rehearse this, you can see there a much more gradual expansion of the right arm. Look at the difference in the body angles at that point. Much more level with the shoulders, much more the left arm more through the middle of the belt buckle, and much more upright in the spine. From there you can drive the hips forward, keep the club face quiet, and get the golf ball started up the right hand side a little bit more consistently. Good luck with it. If you need to go over this again, feel free to ring me up at any point or drop in a shop. Look forward to working with you again in the future. Good luck. Well done.